So let me ask you something. Have you ever had sex, maybe even good sex, great sex, and afterwards felt lonely? Maybe lonelier than before? Well, you're not crazy and you're not broken and you're definitely not alone. This is something that I hear all the time. We're having sex, but I feel emotionally disconnected. I'm going through the motions, but my heart isn't in it. I leave the experience feeling more empty than fulfilled. Well, we're going to talk about why this happens and what to do about it. And at the end of this video, I'm going to share one sentence that you can say to your partner tonight that will immediately create more emotional intimacy, even if you've been feeling worlds apart lately. With this, sex is not the same thing as intimacy. We tend to lump them together and think they're the same thing, especially in our culture where we're taught that physical closeness equals emotional connection. But that's simply not true. You can be physically naked and not at all emotionally naked. You can have regular sex and feel starved for closeness. Why? Because intimacy requires presence, vulnerability, emotional attunement. It's not just about touch and getting off. It's about being touched emotionally as well. So here's what typically happens in a relationship. And this can obviously happen in one-night stands. It's even more likely that you'll feel lonely. But if you and your partner are rushing into sex without taking time to emotionally connect, and in general, haven't been feeling emotionally connected, you haven't been checking in with each other, softening into each other, acknowledging where you both are really at and how you're feeling, sex can feel transactional or perfunctory or hollow. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with quickies or having sex without a lot of emotional connection from time to time. That's maintenance sex. But over time, if you don't make time for sex that also involves emotional connection, it will start to have an impact, especially I find for the feminine in the relationship. But this is either the woman or the person in the relationship that is more in their feminine. We find that for those in the feminine, the emotional connection is a huge part, not only for everyone, but especially for the feminine, around how much they're going to enjoy sex. But it is also a huge part of what's going to motivate them to have sex the next time. And women's arousal is very responsive. It's responsive more than spontaneous. So if you're not emotionally open, sex can feel like something that's being done to you instead of with you. And certainly if there's a legacy of trauma or emotional survival mode, we've learned to disassociate during intimacy. So if we don't make that effort to emotionally connect, the disassociation can get greater. So you're left wondering at the end, so why am I having sex and then feeling so alone? But the good news is you can shift this, and it doesn't require a perfect relationship or hours of therapy. It starts with one moment of truth and a simple invitation to your partner. So here's the sentence that I promised. Before sex, or even when you're just cuddling, say this: I want to feel emotionally close to you, not just physically, but emotionally. Can we go slow and be really present with each other tonight or during this exchange? That's it. That's the doorway. This one sentence, I want to feel you, not just your body, but your heart. And when you bring that kind of presence into the space, something shifts. You give permission for both of you to show up as your full feeling selves. And that is when sex can become sacred. And that's when loneliness starts to dissolve. You feel seen and you are seeing your partner, because it's not about performance. It's about being with and being seen. So if this resonated with you, hit the subscribe button for more tools on sacred sexuality, emotional healing, soulful relationships, great sex. And if you're ready to go even deeper to transform your relationship with sex, your partner, and with yourself, grab a copy of my book, Sex Magic, because you deserve the kind of intimacy that makes you feel whole.